Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking text grain reveal effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that we need to do here is we need to create a new composition. I'm just going with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document, 30 FPS and a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Just press OK. The next thing that we need is we need to have some text. So I'm going to write my word in here. And I'm just using Grain. The font that I'm using is Mission Gothic and the size, I'm close to 400 pixels. Once you're happy with all of that, then you can just align it to the center of your composition. The next thing that we need in here is we need to create a new solid layer and we're gonna call this map. I'm just gonna put it underneath for now. And the effect that we are going to put on there is for color gradient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the first two colors to white and then the second two colors to black. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them around. So I'm going to get the white point, I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to get the second white point, put it over there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the two black points together, just so you have something that looks like that. Now we can change this up a little bit later, but this is a good starting point. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to pre-compose that text layer and I'm just going to call it text. And on top of that, I'm going to put the effect compound blur. And with compound blur, I'm going to set the blur layer to our map and then I'm going to change it to effects and masks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bump it up to maybe, let's say something like 120 or so, just so you can see what's happening there. So now going back to our map layer, if you move these points around, you can see what is actually kind of happening. So you can adjust, for how much blurriness that you want, etc. And when you take the eye off the map layer, now you can see it with just the background. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be animating that as well. So you can play around with some of the settings and you can move them to however you like. So now the next thing is to actually get the grain to work. So what we can do is we can go on our text layer, we can change the mode to dancing dissolve and you can see what is actually happening there. So again, you can go back to your map layer and you can move some of these points around to get whatever look that you want. But the next thing that we need to do is we need to add an adjustment layer. So I'm going to put the adjustment layer right at the top, and the first effect that I'm going to put in here is optics compensation. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase it until it starts to curve a little bit. So let's say maybe somewhere around 60. The next effect that I'm going to put on here is fast box blur. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to increase the blur radius to about 0.3. Now it's made it a little bit softer. I then am going to put another effect in here called sharpen, and I'll probably bump that up to maybe somewhere around maybe 18 or something like that. I'm also going to add some noise in here. So maybe if we do like, let's say 10% noise. So now once you have that, the final effect in here is going to be CC Force Motion Blur. Now that makes it a little bit smoother, but this one is super intense on your computer. So I'm just going to take the eye off for that just for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to animate the actual animation first and then we'll put it back on. So to animate this, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our map layer and I'm going to go and click the stopwatch for 0.1 and 0.2 and I'm going to start at the first frame. I'm going to move it to the middle, both those points. All right, then I'm going to move to probably about 2 seconds and then I'm going to move them out again. So now we're back to where we started from. So if I press U on my keyboard, now I can see those keyframes. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go to animation, keyframe assistant, easy ease, or just press F9. And that's the first part of the animation. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate those end frames, go to about 12 seconds, and then copy the first frames and then just put them at the end. So now it kind of like goes in, goes out, etc. So the only other thing that I did in here is I went to the other 2 points and I held Option or Alt, and then I wrote the expression wiggle, let's say 0.5, 300. And now the other black points will move to give it a little bit more motion in there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same for point 4 as well. Hold Option or Alt and then just write wiggle 0.4, let's go 400. And so now you will see those things wiggling around all the time. And that's looking pretty cool. So the final thing that I added in here is I added another new solid layer for the background. And I searched up the effect called gradient ramp. And so once you put on the gradient ramp, then all we have to do is change our colors. So we're just gonna go to color hunt and I'm just gonna get this dark kind of blue. I'm just gonna swap it with the white. And then I'm going to change it to a radial ramp and then go swap colors. I'm going to put the start of the ramp in the middle and the end of the ramp maybe over here somewhere. Now that optics compensation on the adjustment layer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that, or Control X or Command X, and I'm just going to put it onto the text layer. And so now if you've done that correctly, now you will have this cool kind of animated kind of grain effect. And the final thing that I added in here was some drop shadow. So I'm going to add this to the text layer, and you can see if you just increase the distance, now you're going to have a bit of a drop shadow on that text. And then if you go back to your adjustment layer and then you click on force motion blur, now however kind of smooth you want these things to be, you can go and experiment with some of those, and that will create a very different look as well. So the only other thing that I added from the original clip was some chromatic aberration around the text, but it doesn't really need it. I think that's pretty cool how it is. Anyways, that's it for this short tutorial. I hope you learned something. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.